back of the soundbar are two audio only connections. One is the analog. Samsung did provide this cable. I'll show you a couple options for connecting it. The other is digital toss link. It's often preferred. It's not a supplied cable. You have to purchase this separately, but I'll show you options for connecting that as well. You want to make the audio connection between your soundbar and your equipment. Depending on what you have, there are a few different ways you can do it. First thing I'm going to show you is how to use the cable Samsung supplied in the soundbar. It's this one, stereo to stereo. Locate the headphone jack on the back of your television. Plug one in right there. Plug the other end of that wire right into that yellow jack. Now the benefit of doing this is that the television volume remote control might be able to control the volume of your soundbar. In some cases you're going to have to go into the menu setup of your television and change the variable volume output of your headphone jack, or change the output of the output you connect on your television. Now another option is just to make the digital connection. This cable's not supplied by Samsung, but if you do want to hook it up to your Samsung Soundbar, you've got to go out and purchase it locally or online. I already made the connection on the back of the TV. I'm going to make the digital connection on the back of the Samsung Soundbar. You do have to line it up correctly. Now a third option for making just the audio only connection, if you want to try to use the cable that they supplied you, you have to look for a headphone jack on the back of your set-top box. In this particular example, there is no headphone jack, so we can't use it. What we can do, however, is buy a special cable that's stereo on one end and RCA red-white on the other. Just locate your red and white audio out and plug it in. Taking the other end of that wire and just plug it right back into that yellow jack on the back of your Samsung Soundbar. Alright, the last option for just connecting audio to your Samsung Soundbar is the digital connection. Just take it, plug it right into the back of your set-top box if it has it, and then plug the other end of that wire into the digital port on the back of your Samsung Soundbar. Okay, so you're looking at the back of the soundbar. You've got a HDMI in, HDMI out. Let me show you how to make those connections. You're looking at the back of a fairly typical television set-top box. So to connect your Samsung soundbar, we're going to take one HDMI cable, plug it into the HDMI port. On the back of your Samsung soundbar, locate the HDMI port labeled HDMI in. Right here, plug the other end of that cable in there. Now you want to connect your Samsung soundbar to your television. I already hooked up the HDMI to the back of the television. I'm going to take the other end of that wire, plug it into the HDMI out. Now in this configuration, just make sure that you have your Samsung soundbar set to the correct input and that you have your television set to the correct input so that you can see the video picture on your TV and hear the audio on your soundbar.